The EU watered down the world's toughest AI law and banned nudification apps. After 9 hours of negotiations on May 7th, the EU governments and the European Parliament reached a provisional deal to amend the AI Act, the landmark law that entered into force in August 2024. The deal sparked criticism, with some calling it a retreat and others calling it pragmatism. Here is what changed. The original AI Act was already phasing in, with tough rules on high-risk AI systems covering biometric and facial recognition, critical infrastructure, law enforcement, education and employment decisions. Those rules were supposed to kick in this August. They've now been pushed to December 2027 with a 16-month delay. But why did Europe back down? Businesses have been complaining for years. Too much red tape, too many overlapping regulations, and too hard to compete with the US and China. The Commission's response? A simplification drive. Fewer rules stacked on top of each other, more time to comply. But critics, consumer groups and civil society organizations say this caters to big tech at the expense of workers, citizens and fundamental rights. But the provisional deal didn't only remove things, it also added one: a total ban on nudification apps, AI tools that generate fake explicit images of real people without their consent. The ban covers images, video and audio. It explicitly includes AI-generated child sexual abuse material, and it comes into force on December 2nd, 2026. Companies face fines up to 35 million euros or 7% of global turnover for violations. This part of the deal has a face: Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. In early May 2026, AI-generated images of her in lingerie spread across social media, and she posted one herself as a warning. If it can happen to a prime minister, she wrote, it can happen to anyone. What does this ban mean in practice? For users, nudifier apps are no longer a grey area in the EU. They are now prohibited. For platforms like Apple and Google, they must remove these apps, block re-uploads and verify that any photo editing tool doesn't enable non-consensual explicit content. For developers, build it, place it on the EU market and face enforcement from the EU AI Office and national authorities. The AI Act remains the world's toughest AI law, even after the changes. The deal needs formal approval from the MEPs in Parliament and EU governments. If adopted, the first rules will apply from December 2026. For the full story, read our in-depth explainer on euronews.com.